This episode is for Friday, November 14th, 2014. Welcome, Meteor fans. I'm your host, Josh Owens, along with a special co-host today.
Greg Nyheisel.
Nyheisel. I always screw up your name.
I know you do.
I screw up everyone's name. What's that?
It's a podcast tradition.
Yeah. So this week, episode number 40, we are going to talk about Heroku versus Modulus versus DigitalOcean. We'll be talking about triplet, I don't know. We debated. We're not sure. Meteor Day check-in playback and worldwide Meteor Day, since we missed last week due to me being out of town. We'll actually talk about Meteor Day as well.
Did we skip a podcast?
Yeah. Last week I was in Charlotte, so we'll get into that when we talk about the Meteor Day, though.
All right.
So sponsors this week, we've got CodeShip. You guys have, I'm sure, heard the good stuff about CodeShip. Trying to find my notes here. Of course, I've lost them. Here we go. CodeShip is a free hosted continuous delivery service. They focus on simplicity and usability. You can set up continuous integration in a few steps. They integrate with places like Heroku, Amazon Web Services, Modulus, Nodejitsu, etc. You can also integrate with GitHub and Bitbucket to kind of kick off the builds. You get 100 builds a month and 5 private projects for free. And then if you want, you can also go to codeship.io/Meteor Podcast, sign up, and any of the paid subscriptions, you can use the discount code Meteor Podcast to get 20% off for 3 months. Pretty awesome. And the other sponsor, which we're getting ready to talk about as well in a story, is Modulus, modulus.io. You can go there, sign up. We also have a discount code METPodcast, and you get $25 credit when you sign up. So you get when you first sign up, you get a $15 credit, and then when you use our code, you get another $25 credit. So you can get started there for quite a while on the free. And I think they're great for hosting a Meteor app, but we'll get into that with the next story.
Awesome.
All right. So Heroku versus Modulus versus DigitalOcean.
I think you wrote this, didn't you?
I did. I really just wanted an excuse to make that picture in the header.
Yeah, it's a great title. Yeah.
Yeah, that and to use the Ryan Gosling "Hey Girl" meme.
Any excuse.
Yeah, but no. So I actually took Crater on a little trip through all the different hosting services. Unbeknownst to probably most users of Crater, it has now run on Modulus and then run on Heroku, and then right now it's currently living on DigitalOcean, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it there or take it back to Modulus. But I did it all in the name of science.
Nice. Experiments.
Yeah. Yes.
So who wins?
I would say it really just depends on what you're looking for, right? So my recommendation is if you like the platform as a service and you want someone to email when crap goes wrong, and maybe they'll have a little bit more Meteor knowledge, then Modulus probably makes the most sense for you. If you're a cheap bastard, Heroku might make sense, but just realize like you're going to use your own custom build pack, and they're probably going to have no clue what the hell you're talking about when you email their support.
Their support, yeah.
And DigitalOcean, those guys seem super smart. I love them, and they have good support, and they will try to help you out when you email them. But I definitely think, as far as support goes, Modulus might be the best option. But cheap, DigitalOcean is definitely cheap and affordable, and I think they give you a lot of flexibility too, depending on your scaling needs and that kind of stuff. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was I going to ask? Did you use? Did you use Meteor Up or?
Yeah, I did use Meteor Up, but so initially I did a deploy to a slice and used Meteor Up and had it install Mongo just to see what that looked like, and Then, since I knew I was going to be moving the site from one spot to the next, I went ahead and just set up a CodeShip, compose.io
Nice.
database, and that's where Crater's been running off that for quite a while. And so
Yeah.
I really didn't have to move the data around. I really just changed. I just set the same Mongo URL on each of the instances.
Cool.
I think they're probably all still. I think the Modulus one's turned off because it actually costs money every month. But Crater still runs on both Heroku and DigitalOcean technically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it actually our requests hitting both servers?
No, but
Okay.
I could do something crazy like DNS
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Rabbit or something.
Someday, maybe when Crater gets a little more.
A lot more traffic, yeah.
Yeah.
Gets a decent amount now, but nowhere near what it could be potentially someday.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Want to talk
good
about
story.
Triplet?
Yeah. So I actually saw this. This got posted on Crater, but then I saw Rye mention some of the other guys that open sourced it, and thought it'd be a good one for you to talk about. You guys seem to be talking about it a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. I think Nick. What is it? I don't even know. Vintage.
Vintage, yes. That's what I got right.
I know. I don't even know. But yeah, I heard you say it last podcast. Yeah, he posted it in our team Slack channel, our Meteor Slack channel. So we were all checking it out earlier this week. Actually, just pulled it in, just cloned it here locally, just got it up and running. So yeah, it looks like it's a mobile app for sharing trip expenses. I guess. Let's see, it's kind of well, I guess what Nick pointed out to us was that it has a nice, pretty much like a very modular structure in the project itself. So if you look at the code, it looks like it's using SAS and I'm just kind of poking around here. But yeah, it looks like it's there's like a components directory inside the client directory, and it just has pretty much the entire app is just really broken out into real small modular pieces, which is great. And I just pulled it in. I'm running it here. Looks like he's got some transition stuff going on. Like he wrote a little package called Mime, or it's going to be called Mime. That are you looking at it, Josh?
I'm looking at some other stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a package called Mime that kind of animates. It looks like on your layout template you can initialize this Mime package and give it a container, and it looks like you can pretty much call page transitions kind of a little easier than using the old UI hooks. So maybe it's like a wrapper around that. I haven't looked at it too much, but they're working.
Yeah.
There's some transitions going on.
So I'm always curious about their offline support. They claim to have offline kind of data support. I wonder how that works. I haven't dug in here too deeply, but
this like app cache stuff. It looks like.
Oh, I see.
App cache package, I think.
They're using GroundDB.
Is that what that uses?
Yeah, so I was looking at this, and it seemed like GroundDB was perfect, but the problem, and I'm betting they don't set up their data or their subscriptions in the router, maybe. Yeah, actually, it looks like they do. Huh. So there was a problem I was having. I tried to use GroundDB with a Cordova app, and I was having issues with GroundDB actually kicking in and working, but maybe they've figured out how, because wait on doesn't properly ground because of the wait on call.
Yeah, no, I really haven't. I was talking with Rye not too long ago about using GroundDB, but we haven't dug into it yet. So this is a good example to look at.
It was super easy. So I do the training class, and that's why I was in anyway, doing the training class, we played last week with GroundDB kind of at the end of class and trying to we got the Cordova to compile and we got location support kind of worked in and then we were trying to get GroundDB working, but there's no easy way to like get it to pre-cache things or anything like that. So.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, it looks like a good, probably some good bits throughout there, and it's open source, so you can pull it in, play around with it.
Yeah.
Beautiful Cordova.
Honestly, that's the greatest thing about this story is the fact that these guys open source the entire thing, and so now people have kind of a real world Cordova example. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Good.
Yes. All right. So Meteor Day check-in playback. This, if you're watching, I'll share my screen for the live audience since we're doing this live this week. And if the audio turns out okay, we may keep doing this every week. It's kind of fun. But this is a fun thing. Can you see my screen, Greg?
I sure can. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
Nice. So I'll start the playback again, and it looks like so I think this was created by some guys in Berlin, and so you see these little dots race across to San Francisco, and I guess that's like homage to people checking in and kind of tuning into San Francisco, so to speak.
Yeah.
Which is where MDG is located. And it's just kind of fun to watch, like all these check-ins start flowing in, so you can see like the time zones.
Ooh. I see. So you were down in Charlotte, right?
Yeah. So there you see Charlotte's starting to pop in now, getting a lot of check-ins there.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yep. So it's funny because some of the guys were trying to hack the app and see like, so you can see like a ton of check-ins coming from Charlotte all of a sudden. And at some point I think.
That was you guys?
Yeah, I think it even goes white like Berlin. We just kept checking in to see if it would work, and it did.
But
that's
awesome. Looks. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
To look at.
Again, another great. I don't know if they open sourced the app itself. Hopefully they did. Another great example of kind of using location stuff and Cordova and kind of using a two-piece application there, so to speak.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Which I guess leads to our last story, which is Worldwide Meteor Day. Let me stop sharing my screen. And
what were you? You were down in Charlotte.
Yeah. You guys were in Cincinnati. I was in Charlotte. Unfortunately, the timing on that didn't work out great. But luckily, I was in a place where they had an awesome meetup planned, and so. Oh, it's funny. I got my shirt ahead of time because all the shirts came to me.
Nice.
And then I gave them to Rye, so he'd have them for the.
I wore mine yesterday.
Nice, yeah. But they did a great job getting swag out and getting this whole thing organized. How did I guess for people that didn't attend, like I don't know what rock you lived under, but like Meteor Development Group put together, they put Yuri, one of the community guys, in charge of rounding up all the meetups to have a worldwide event day where everyone had a Meteor meetup, and it was structured in a certain way with like an intro talk, and then what else did they do? They did a Q&A with core devs, and then some socializing and that kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. For us, the Q&A session went pretty well. I don't how'd it go for you guys?
Yeah, we jumped in. It was good. We were on with, I don't know how did that work? Did they like stagger it out or what?
Yeah.
So yeah, Riot connected us up, and then we were on with like 3 other cities, I think, maybe a 4th jumped in, but yeah, it was good. We were on with Emily.
Oh, nice. So were we. That's funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Riot, he was supposed to be on. I think it started. It was like 8 to 8:30 Eastern time zone, and you guys went a little early. But that's awesome. That.
Yeah. Maybe we jumped the gun. Yeah. That was great. in Cincinnati, we had about, I'd say 20, 25 people showed up from here in Cincy, Indianapolis, Columbus,
That's
Louisville,
awesome.
Lexington. It was amazing. It was great to see everyone come out. We started hitting it around 2 o'clock, and then didn't leave till 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
great.
So
Like we
Ryan did like a hack day on the front of the Meteor Day, didn't he?
what did they do?
You guys did like a hack day starting at 2 o'clock?
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we just actually it was great. So we had some people who've been coming around our regular meetups. They showed up as expected, but then we also had a bunch of newcomers who were just really there seeing Meteor in action for the first time. So we actually kind of broke off into 2 groups since we had a large enough crowd we could do that, and we took like the people who were seeing it for the first time, went off into one room, and Bruce, one of our other partners here at Differential, me and him kind of took those guys off and kind of did a walk through one like the leaderboard app and getting that up and running and just kind of explaining the basic concepts. And then we had the other group which was doing kind of like the more advanced, you might say, kind of topics. And I jumped back over there, and me and Rye kind of gave a couple little demos of things we're working on and stuff like that. And then we just jumped onto the Q&A session. So it was great. I mean, it worked out perfectly.
Nice. Yeah. We didn't go quite as long, so we got there I think around 6:30 and kind of had pizza and socializing and talking and that kind of thing, and then set up for we started the demo, the intro demo around 7 o'clock and just kind of shot the breeze after that was done till about 8, and then we did the Q&A with Emily, and then afterwards we just kind of anyone that wanted to show stuff off just got up on they had a TV there and shared what we were working on and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. All in all, good effort. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Worldwide Meteor Day worked out.
Yeah. And I launched a new site, so the meteorjs.club site.
Oh, nice.
While I was on the flight down there, I just hacked it together. So I had a designer working on it, and then she turned it over, and then afterwards, I was like making it all live.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Good.
Awesome stuff. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think that kind of concludes this week's episode of the Meteor Podcast. Who knows? If this was awesome, we may keep trying to do the live streaming version as well. We'll see how the audio turns out. So.
Cool.
All right, Greg.
All right.
I'll catch you some other time. I think
All right,
Ron will be back next week.
Maybe I'll hop in.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're
Thanks,
always
Tim.
welcome, man.
All right.
All right, bye.
See you guys.